Have an affair with my girlfriend and out me as bisexual? Too bad I have the kidney you need. My twin brother Sebastian and I have never ever been close. He made life miserable growing up and my parents didn't help by playing favorites. He would always put me down, belittle me, bully me with his friends at school, break my stuff, and so on. Growing up the only people I knew to rely on was my older sister Jane, my cousin Kai, and my best friend Isaac, who all knew what an awful person my brother was. When I was 17, I got my first girlfriend who I loved very much. We didn't have intimacy cause she wanted to wait until her 18th birthday, but it turns out that she was having an affair with my brother behind my back for half the time we were together and only got caught when it was revealed she was pregnant. I was crushed. She knew how much I hated my brother and she saw some of the awful things he did to me, but she still went and did that. Cheating is bad enough, but to do it with him of all people. I punched him in the face and broke his nose and made him lose a tooth, but according to my parents I'm the one in the wrong and now we have to help this girl who is carrying my brother's child and have to help support them. My brother then said he had no intention of being a father and told my girlfriend to get an abortion. She then ran out of town and I never saw her again. I don't know if she had the baby or aborted. All I know was that she was gone and my folks were still praising my brother as the golden child. I was still the black sheep and a failure as usual. Another year goes past and me and my brother still despise each other, but I had started dating again. This new guy Daniel I had met at college caught my eye. He was deaf and I studied sign language out of boredom, so we got talking and things just seemed to click. We date, fall in love, bring him to my friend Isaac's party to introduce him to friends, and all feels great. At this point the only one who knew I was bi was Isaac, but one day walking into a cinema holding my boyfriend's hand I bump into my evil twin. He points, laughs, and says some homophobic remarks. I tell him to go FCK himself and I go see a movie with my arm around my boyfriend. When I got home after dropping my boyfriend home I knew I'd be facing something as I walked through the front door. I saw both my parents on the sofa, my mother crying about how on earth could she have given birth to someone so disgusting. My father gets up to yell at me and spout homophobic remarks and slurs. At this point, I see my brother up the staircase with a grin on his face. He then comes down and says he's uncomfortable with sharing a room with F-slur and my folks kick me out there and then. With what little clothes and money I had, I went to Isaac's house and his family took me in. I stayed for 6 months, actually experiencing familial love and affection. Eventually, me, Daniel, and Isaac all get a 2-bedroom flat together and all is good for the time being. December last year, me and my now husband Daniel are married. I have a brilliant job in graphic design, have my own house by the sea, and life has never been better. However, I got a call from my sister that my brother was in hospital. I hadn't thought about him that much over the 9-year period since I was kicked out, but being reminded of his existence brought up a lot of painful memories for me. I was told by my sister that Sebastian wanted to see me and that it was urgent, so I went to the hospital he was in and met my sister outside the front entrance. I ask her what this is all about, but she doesn't tell me and that I need to ask my twin. So I arrive where my brother is. My parents are at his side and they actually look happy to see me, as if what they did to me hadn't happened. Sebastian also looks really pleased to see me. It's safe to say something was off. Eventually, I ask what's going on and why was I even here, to which my brother tells the family to leave us two alone. He looks so weak, as before he used to intimidate me so much. He told me that he was dying from kidney failure and had been for the past few years, but now he didn't have long left. I knew immediately where this was going. He then said he always regretted that we never got along, at which point I told him no. He looked confused and asked what I was on about, so I simply told him I wasn't going to donate my kidney to save him. He looked as if I had just pooped in his food. He then went on about how bad the situation was and that he really was sorry for all the things we did to each other growing up. We did to each other? I told him that I just wanted a brother growing up that cared and loved me and wouldn't try and break me every day for 18 years. He then called in our mom and dad and told them that I wasn't going to give up my kidney. They then started to spout off that I owe them for my existence and that I have a duty to look after family. I asked them where that duty was when they kicked me out of the house, or where that duty was every time my brother gave me a black eye, or their duty was to look after their grandchild when Sebastian decided he didn't want to be a father. I said that for all the things he's done, from outing me to having an affair with my girlfriend and abandoning his child, this was the universe's way of finally giving back what he dished out. I then turned around and walked out of the room, having that be the last time I ever saw Sebastian again. I walked past my sister, who gave me a look. I gave her a look back, who then in turn gave me a look that said I understand. After leaving the hospital I felt as if a great weight had been taken off my shoulders. I went home and never looked back. Last week I get a call from my sister calling to inform me that Sebastian had died. I felt nothing. Screw that guy.